What is it for you? Why do you want to be a part of those units?
Uh, I don't think I have a choice. I've been doing special teams since I got here. That was the way I was raised on this. To be a part of this team, you got to play special teams. Um, but to speak to why it's been successful, guys take it seriously. It's not just punt return, kickoff return or kickoff. It's field goal block. Guys are locked in. And we look at it as an opportunity for us to, make a splash, keep points off the board. When you have guys bought in and you get, results elsewhere, it's contagious. We got to keep feeding on that and find ways to keep doing it.
Patrick Queen was asked yesterday about you guys' turnover margin, plus nine, second best in the NFL, and his answer made it sound like you guys have the worst defense in the league. He sounded like he was that hard on. Is that the sentiment that the entire defense shares? That you guys, despite being the second-ranked defense right now, you guys feel like there's way higher ceiling here?
I just think there's more to accomplish. Even if you're at the top, you got to stay at the top. You look at our defense, second or whatever, we got to get better. There's still mistakes on the field. There's still little things we can clean up. Communication can always be better. Don't have the sacks that we want. Stopping the run could be better. I think when you look at collectively, there's a lot we can improve on, and we're going to keep striving for that.
Kim, looking at special teams again, what is it about Coach Danny that's really endeared him to this group?
He likes his bubble gum. He is a guy who brings a lot of energy to the group, and he doesn't settle for anything. I think year in and year out, every meeting he's a part of, everybody knows he's a part of that meeting. He is locked in, and then I can't speak enough to his film work. He's always looking at film from other teams, weeks into the season or years behind. He's always looking for that edge, and he's making sure we're accountable in our mistakes, but then making sure we can take advantage of that as well.
What's his favorite brand of gum? Do you know?
Was it Double Bubble or like the original, like the stuff that lasts like 5 minutes? I don't know how he does it, but he goes through a bunch.
You mentioned special teams being contagious even for guys who aren't necessarily on those units. Is what Najee's been doing lately and the way he's been running contagious to getting this team fired up?
Yeah, especially when you end with touchdowns. I think you look at Najee at the beginning of the game to the end of the game, you can just see, the constant energy brought throughout the game, and then you just watch the defense and defensive lines just worn down by the end of the game, and he's just, he's putting a statement on his work.
Does it seem like as much fun as he's had playing since he's been here, just these last couple of games, jumping in the stands, all that?
You got to ask him. I know he's had a lot of fun this year. I think one, we're winning games. Two, it's becoming 4-minute offense with like 9 minutes left in the game, and so I think that's always a plus when Najee gets to run the ball and set his hair on fire when he does that.
And there've been a lot of great defensive players in this franchise history, and obviously, anytime you get a chance to set a record for defensive players in this franchise history, does it make it a little bit more meaningful?
Of course, I don't take being in this locker room lightly. Wearing the Steelers jersey is always respect there, but to wear it, more than 200 times and to be amongst, guys like Donnie Shell and others, I am always thankful to be a part of that. But still means I got to produce, and I want to hold up my end of the deal.
And you faced a number of running quarterbacks. What's unique about Jones and what he'll bring from that aspect?
He's a bigger guy than most. Very similar to like a Josh Allen type, and he's running with full steam. And you got to get him on the ground. He more of a straight line runner than a guy who's shifty. But we got to make sure we get multiple guys to the ball and prevent those lanes for him to run through. And he's got a strong arm too. So we got our hands full, and we're looking forward to it.
You still have the ball from that 2020 interception?
Yeah, funny. I came home and my wife was telling me that my son had called the interception before the game, and so on the ball we wrote Cal called it. So, but like to add another one. So I'm gonna talk to him before the game.
Yeah, let them know you have that in your cage.
Yep.
Cam, I know you're not playing against Russ right now, but from a defensive perspective, the way that Russ often gets his moon balls off on off-schedule plays, how demoralizing is that for a defense when it feels like you're playing a guy that can launch a deep ball like that?
You know, any quarterback, if you feel like you got them bottled up and then they makes a magical throw like that, you got to reset yourself. But it's definitely tougher on the defense when you're flipping the field.
Cam, how's the Cam's Kindness Week going, and is it even more special this year doing it again after winning that World Series?
I think it's very special to do it after we've already won. I think we're just letting everybody know it wasn't just because of an award. We're affecting a lot of great people and having fun meeting some people and, going to the Children's Hospital, opening up another Craig's Closet. We had a teacher appreciation dinner last night and seeing all the programs we were able to fund for Under Donors Choose. There's a lot of great things going on in our community, and it's just nice to draw attention to that.
How do those experiences impact you?
For me, I think it's humbling. They don't. Most of the times, they don't even care that I play football. The kids at Children's Hospital. Like, I wish I could just go there every day. You get to interact with the kids, and they're just happy someone's taking the time to hang out with them. We did bingo. I won multiple times. It's fun hearing them call in, and we're telling jokes, and I enjoy that part rather than just making a big deal about how I won an award.
Najee, where'd you come up with the idea to jump in the stands?
I don't know. It just happened. In the moment type stuff.
Najee, Mike said that you guys as the offensive line is finding its footing as far as the schemes that you guys like to run with all the guys that are being in. What can you say about the collective effort, despite all the injuries you guys have suffered, to get back-to-back 100-yard rushers?
Yeah, man. I think that it just shows you how depth our O line is, and how good and how much of a team we got right now. For them guys to step up and the guys who got hurt, and guys to come in there and play, and these guys probably never thinking that they had a chance maybe early on, and then the tables turn so fast and they're put in a position where they gotta help us win. I think that where these past 2 weeks showed how good our O line is, and I think it's credit to them for the success that we're having on the ground. It's just I always say I always tip my hat off to them, to Coach Pat and everybody in the line room for helping us all out.
You guys had the second highest scoring offense in the second half. What do you think is leading to the success in being able to put a slow start behind you and then have a lot of success there in the final two quarters?
I think that is just the mentality, man. That we take pride in winning the second half, but we got to try to perform in the first half too. This is a 4-quarter game, 4-quarter fight, 15-round fight. That's how I say it. We got to try to find ways how to do that in the first half, but make sure that we bare minimum that we win the second half. That's just going back to how we train in camp, and OTAs and all those other times that we had to dig down deep and find that dog mentality really. And I think that the O-line, it starts with the O-line. I think that they're the one who's moving who's the heart of the team, the beat of the team, and we're just following the way that they're providing for us.
Najee, how would it impact your run game if you're able to get Cordero back this week? Like, what does he add to your room? What does that do for your room if you get Cordero healthy and back on the field?
What does it do for the running back room?
Yeah. What's it do for your
I
running
mean, it's just.
back to add a guy like that?
CP he's just a weapon, So he brings what he brings. He's about to be a Hall of Famer. So we all know he's a playmaker in all areas, not just the running back or the special teams, but even at receiver. He's like he's a put him anywhere. So just to have another player out there on the field where they have to game plan for is good.
Najee, you said Sunday you feel like the offense has come together and it's clicking faster than it has. It's taken longer to get to this point in other seasons.
Yeah.
What do you feel like are the ingredients that have gone into that? Why do you think it's happened faster this year?
Practice. We just got to keep preaching it. Sometimes it might not work the first, second, third week, but you know, if you just keep trying and you keep getting at it and keeping that mentality, then you know, eventually good things will happen. You know, so it just shows, you know, that that every day they go in detail. When we go out there in the field, they're in detail. They're always out there early. They're always out there. The last one's out there too, and it's showing. So really, it's just practice, like anything in life. You know, if you want to be good at anything, you just got to practice. And it's not so much about how fast you get it or how long it takes. It's just getting it. And you know, now we're getting it early. So just keep at it. And just keep working. Hey, brother, how are you? You want to say something? You come in and interview if you want. No? He has a. Hey, Spence, come on. Tell him how terrible your music taste is. Come on. You come here with me, really. No, come on. No, come on. All right, whatever.
All right, guys. Anybody else?
Najee, what are some of the most important things that you think need to carry over that you did well as an offense the last 2 weeks, you know, to continue to have that success right now?
Thank you, Pat. Huh? I talk every Thursday, actually. That's my day to talk.
Anybody else?
What did you say?
I was saying, you know, we've been talking a lot about the success you guys have had running the football the last 2 weeks. What are some of the most important things that need to continue to happen to sustain that success going forward?
I mean, it's pretty much the same thing I've been saying the whole time. He that acts, when he acts. It's just practice, man. You just practice. You go out there and you practice. And not so much, you know, what you do is you go in film the next day. You watch it. You see what you need to improve on. You know, I mean, you see what was good, what was bad. You know, in college we call it the good, bad, and ugly. You watch film. You put it to rest, and then you work on the next team. I mean, you know, you guys keep asking the same questions pretty much over and over again. It's just practice. It's just practice, man. You know?
When you talk about practice, is there something that Arthur Smith does that challenges you guys differently or that helps elevate you during those practices?
I mean, shoot, just keeping the energy. You know what I mean? Don't get laxy-daisy. You know what I mean? Don't get too comfortable. And this, especially in this sport, you know, you can't get too comfortable at all because no matter who you're playing the week after week, no matter what their record is, you know, they're still a good team and they're still a capable team. You know, we got the Giants this week, and they're a really good team too. They got a good front, and they got good players on offense too. So, you know, just having that mentality of where that, you know, we gotta dig down deep and really just, you know, finish this week out is the most important thing, and just having that mentality.
Just one more, guys.
You said music?
You talked about music a second ago with
Music?
the energy and everything. Does having music in practice, does that help with energy and keeping things light and keeping things going?
I personally don't care. I mean, in college, we didn't really do no music, but obviously it's not college. But I think, you know, some guys like it. I mean, it don't matter. All we got to do is perform. You know what I mean? Music or no music. The main thing is to perform, and just don't lose focus on that. You can have music, you can do whatever, but just keep the main thing, and the main thing is winning. So.